Unapologetically Rox back in his house. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by, and if you're not new, I love you, and thanks for being part of my little crew. So today I kind of wanted to have a little conversation. It's taken me so long to set up everything, so yeah, this YouTube thing ain't easy. But today I wanted to kind of talk about Badmind and jealousy. And the reason why I wanted to talk about it was just because, so I had a little experience where someone basically, I don't know who it was, basically told a lie on me to try and mess up a situation that I had, an opportunity that I had going on. It didn't work, but then they tried to do it again a little while later. Now I still don't know who it is, but it kind of just had me thinking about knowing who your circle is, knowing who you have around you, and do you ever really know anyone? Like, do you ever really know the people you have around you? And as you guys all know, if you're new to my channel, Unapologetically Rox is just about not being sorry for who I am, being authentically me. And I've encountered so many struggles on my journey to get into a place where I feel like I'm not sorry for who I am, and I'm gonna love me for me. And so the whole premise behind it was just like, okay, I'm gonna walk in my truth. I'm gonna take this journey and I'm gonna be me, and I'm not gonna try and be perfect. I'm just gonna be authentic, and who likes me, who doesn't. And I kind of wanted people to come along with me, because I feel like we live in a world where you feel like you have to kind of dumb down certain aspects of your personality, or you maybe don't kind of show who you really are around certain kinds of people. And there are things about me that like are annoying, but there are also things about me that are equally amazing. And so I just feel like I've spent so long kind of justifying certain things. So I'm highly emotional. Like I'm an emotional person. I don't see it as a negative. I genuinely see it as a positive. Like, you know what time it is. Like, if you say something that pisses me off, you know what time it is. And I kind of take that approach with my friends, where if we are going through stuff, I kind of would like prefer to go and speak to you about it rather than kind of let it build up and hold grudges. And not in a confrontational way, just in a way that is basically like, okay, like, let's just air this shit and move on. In regards to this whole Badmind and jealousy thing, it kind of threw me off, and I had like a meltdown with like my sister, just talking about the fact that I've gone through so much this year, and I'm just starting to get back on my feet in regards to who I am as a person, not just being a mum of 3 kids, walking in my truth, just being like, okay, cool, like it's okay to be you. And then this kind of shit happens, and I thought, rah, like, in my eyes, I don't have anything to be jealous of. I genuinely am like, okay, I'm grateful for my life. I'm grateful for my children. I'm grateful for all my experiences. But listen, I rock the same leggings. Like, I'm in a uniform. Like, anyone who knows me that rocks has always got on black leggings, because I don't have nothing to wear. And I have weight issues. I have confidence issues. I have dark skin girl issues. Like, I have all of these things. And I think to myself, what is there for someone to want to badmind or be jealous about? And then I had to look deeper into the situation and check it that it's not about me. Like, badmind and jealousy and people hating is never about you as the person. It's always about that person and what they are struggling with, what their issues are. And it's sometimes not even personal to you. That's why you get, like, when you start things, you get the people underneath your comments chatting shit, because they're basically like keyboard warriors, as I call them. Or they're just people that are seeing you maybe do something that they want to do, seeing you kind of live in your truth, and are like, why the fuck can I not do that? And so I kind of had to like stop with the emotional, like, oh, people are hating on me, and be like, you're amazing, and what isn't there to like about you? And not in an arrogant way, not in a conceited way, because like I said, I struggled with so many issues. I'm even like attempting to do a post about growing up and feeling like an ugly duckling, struggling with a lot of body confidence, like since having my children. Prior to having my children, there was weight issues. Then there was, I still struggle with. And then after my children, there was like body confidence issues. My body doesn't look the way it did before I had my 3 children. And I wouldn't change my 3 children, but yo, I want to wear a crop top. Like, I would like to wear a bralette. Can't do that. Like, cannot do that. And so I know there's some people probably shouting, yes, you can. But like, it's about how you feel about yourself. And so I kind of just wanted to be like, when people are being negative, so I wore my positivity top today, which is like all about being positive. But when people are being negative and badmind and I chat shit about you and I say all kinds of things about you, it's never about you. And when you start taking it on and then deciding that, which is what I do, I kind of get into my own head, and I was taking it on and I was saying to my sister, like, I think I'm just gonna stop doing this and stop doing that, and it's like, no, that's what they want. They see you progressing, and for whatever reason, they don't want that. Or it kind of draws attention to their own shortcomings and their own failures. And the reason why it's so hurtful, I think, is that I would never, ever, like, I don't have the time to hate on people like that. So no, I'm going to be real, I'm human. I'm not going to say I don't say shit, like, because I do. I'm human. But I would never have the time to kind of say, oh, I'm going to go fuck up someone else's opportunity, because I'm too busy focused on my own opportunity. And it kind of speaks to any kind of relationship, to be fair. Like, if you're always nitpicking at someone else's stuff, a lot of the time it's because you're unhappy with yourself. And so to distract from what is going on with you, you kind of like deflect it onto others. And my brother has an amazing saying, and it was like, when you're pointing your finger at me, there are 3 fingers pointing back at you. And I guess that speaks to, like, I'm going to point out your flaws, but like, just remember, when you dig 2 grave, remember when you dig grave at all, you for dig, or something along those lines. Yeah, just ignore me. I have these little gems. But yeah, so that's just my thing. And I just think the struggle is to not allow the negativity and and I say jealousy lightly, because like I said, I don't feel like there is anything to be jealous of. And I had a conversation with one of my friends, and she was like, you do have things to be jealous of because you are you. Now, I love her for that. And I was just like, I didn't actually see it like that, because I genuinely don't look at myself and think, oh, you're super dope. And those are things that I'm working on. It's a journey. It's a journey to being confident in yourself. It's a journey to being so there's confidence, there's self-confidence, like believing that you're beautiful, believing that it's not just about your exterior, it's about your interior too. Looking at your positive traits, your strengths, looking at the things that you need to work on, and then kind of just going up a level. And I think also when you're leveling up, or when you're kind of breaking through a personal barrier, so this whole journey for me is breaking through a personal barrier of, I feel like I'm always apologizing in relationships, like in situations, for the person I am. I notice I say it a lot. I'm like, oh, sorry. Like, if I say something, I'm like, it's an automatic response to say sorry. And it's not that you shouldn't say sorry for things that are your fault, or if you've hurt someone, but sorry shouldn't be your go-to word for living your life. And you're gonna upset people, and people are gonna dislike the things you do, but like, who gives a fuck? Like, you ultimately have to make yourself happy. And I think experiencing the loss of my father as well made me kind of address that when you pass, when you go on your own. And if you spend your whole life, or a good portion of your life, apologizing for who you are, worrying about what other people think, being badmind and jealous, being a hater, you're not living your life. And then it's like, ultimately, all you're doing is hurting yourself. And for the people that experience the negativity, and people trying to tear you down as such, or trying to fuck up what they don't know that they're fucking up. But to be real, like, I face so many struggles in my life. My life isn't perfect. I have things going on that you wouldn't believe, and from the outside perspective it may look a certain kind of way, and I'm very, very open. So if people ask me questions, I will tell you, like, this is what it is. I'm not forthcoming in the sense of, like, I'm not just going to come out and be like, yeah, so here's the thing, this is what's going on. But I'm never a person to kind of shy away from telling the truth and saying, like, oh, I do have these struggles, and I do hate this part of my body, and I don't like the way this looks and stuff, but I'm working on those things. But again, I just think, who has time to be checking on other people and saying, oh, they're doing this, they're doing that, and not either be inspired by them and motivated by them? I've always said, I'm never ever envious of my friends' achievements. I always think to myself, oh wow, they're doing that, I'd love to do that, how can I do it? And speak to them about how I can do that. Or if you've done this, like, you're having, like, I don't know, couples who have long-term relationships and are doing really well, and I feel like I may be having struggles, I would go and speak to them about that. I never think, oh, I want their relationship to fuck up. And it astounds me. And I guess the thing that I'm learning is, like, if you have no expectations for people, then you won't get hurt and you won't be disappointed. And then you just kind of, you just see a person for who they are, because everyone's is human and everyone makes mistakes. But I also, like, I had like my mum say to me, like, oh, and I've had people say it to me, like, oh, you need to check your circle, and you need to like see who's around you and stuff. And part of me that doesn't want to kind of be like, oh, I mean, like I said, my circle isn't huge. I don't ever think like, oh, I know people, I have acquaintances, I'm like happy go lucky, like I have a laugh and a joke and stuff, but I know who I have around me. And I think that if someone is doing something negatively towards you, eventually it will come out. It may not be now, it may not be like in the next week, but it will come out. But I don't want to live my life being like, oh, I need to keep my circle so tight that I don't want to, like, because that's just not me. Like, yes, you have your close friends, yes, you have your people that you go to in problems, but I don't want to live a closed off life, because that's just not fun to me. And that's just not the person I am. I like talking to people. I have a laugh. Like, I'm very kind of quick to introduce myself and have a conversation. And that's because I just genuinely have a clean heart. I never think, it never comes from a place of, I don't know, having an ulterior motive as such. So it just weirds me out that people actually do that. And I know that's life, and I'm not naive. Like, I'm going to hit 37 soon. But it just weirds me out. But I guess it just speaks to, you are you, and just because you behave and act a certain kind of way doesn't mean that someone else does. And so I kind of just wanted to end this whole thing off saying that, like, you're gonna have people be bad mind towards you. Sometimes people that you don't even think would do that. It could be your family, it could be your friends. You're gonna have people be jealous about shit that you don't even think they should be jealous about. I had someone say to me, oh, like, the fact that you've got 3 kids with one man, sometimes people will be jealous of that. And I just think, like, what the, like, is this the world we're living in? And I get it, because I do the whole scroll through Instagram thing. I do the whole, like, oh my God, her body's perfect and stuff. But I always then think to myself, how can I achieve that? Like, what do I need to do? What work do I need to do within myself, rather than thinking, oh, what kind of way can I fuck up her shit or his shit or whatever? And so I would say, like, if that's you, if you're that person that's seeing other people do shit and thinking, oh, why can't I do it? Go do it, because you can. And stop focusing on the shit that they're doing and then hating on the shit that they're doing. And I mean, I know there's some crazy psychopath people that this won't even touch, because they'll still go around doing their fuckery. But everything isn't always as it seems, and nothing is kind of perfect. Like, there's no situation that a person is going through that everything is completely balanced and amazing. People are grateful for what they have, and they have gratitude. And so even if they are struggling with things, because they're grateful for what they have, they're not so much focused on what they don't have. And that's my thing, I guess. Like, my thing is focus. Like, where your focus goes, your energy flows. So start focusing on some good shit and stop bad mind and jealous people. And so if you haven't liked or subscribed my channel, don't be Badmind. Yeah, like, subscribe, share, and yeah, pop in the comments and just tell me like what you think, what you'd like me to talk about. And yeah, just don't be sorry for who you are. Sorry, I'm not sorry.